Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week in Destiny, we are talking about many things. With Heresy launching on February the 4th in just 12 days, we want to show you what this new episode is all about, and also the changes coming along with it to weapons, armor, and game modes. So ready for another round of this TWAB? It's a monster. God damn it, dude. There's a lot, even in just this section. Tune in for our developer live stream. Read our PvP standalone article yet. An update on Heresy content delivery. Weapon and armor updates. New weapon rewards coming soon as old ones leave rotation. Game to give us kicked off. Check our latest Bungie Rewards and Art of the Week, Movie of the Week emblems. Here we go. We're still back. TWAB update, Destiny 2 2025. Whoa. Nobody get too crazy here. Now prepare for our next developer live stream. Heresy is right around the corner, so we wanted to give everyone an in-depth preview of what's to come when it launches on February the 4th. Our major developers are ready to tell you firsthand about the new activities, stories, and rewards they have been working on. So Heresy Act 1 developer live stream. Tune in January the 28th at 10 a.m. Pacific. All right. Now, you can also follow us on the official Twitch channel and tune in on January the 28th, 10 a.m. Pacific to discover what Heresy brings to the table. Everyone watching the live stream on January the 28th on the official Bungie Twitch channel for at least 15 minutes will get the Scorned Organ emblem as a Twitch drop. It's the perfect send-off for Revenant. Don't forget about our other emblems available through Twitch at the moment. As part of the Twitch Drops Fest, you'll earn the Golden Hour emblem if you subscribe or give a sub before January 31st at 17 UTC. All right. Now, a new PvP and Trials of Osiris experience. This TWAB would have been the biggest one yet if the PvP updates didn't end up having their own standalone article. Yeah, that was very girthy. In it, we covered many changes coming to the Crucible experience in general and the Comp and Trials of Osiris playlist in particular. We hope you're as excited about all the changes coming as we were telling you. If you haven't read it yet, don't miss it. Here's the link. We did a whole video on it as well yesterday, guys. Some good changes. I think the biggest takeaway is for Trials of Osiris. If you're trying to get an adept drop, you do not have to go flawless anymore. You just got to get 7 wins. Actually, you don't even got to get 7 wins. But the point is that losing won't hurt your chances of getting the adept drop. Yikes. Is that a yikes? Y'all feel like that's a yikes? For people saying that's a big yikes, y'all do know, like, the Trials playlist is not in a healthy state. We can continue doing what we've been doing now for years, and players will continue to not play that activity. Something had to change. All right, content delivery plans for Heresy. Something we wanted to share today is that Heresy will have weekly content and story delivery. We understand you're concerned about a return to this approach, but we have learned a lot from the all-in format in Revenant. So in Heresy, we're striking a balance between everything dropping on day one of an act versus meaningful reasons to log in throughout the episode. To that end, we made the vast majority of activity content available on the first day of an act, with set content evolving based on the weekly story. Additionally, each week will feature a seasonal challenge that rewards a new tier of seasonal weapon. Check out the live stream next week for the first look at this heretical arsenal. Interesting. So we're going back to not complete time gates, but time gated story. Now, without stepping into spoiler territory, we can also tell you that Heresy won't rely on a fixed length for each act like the previous episodes. For example, Act 2 will last 3 weeks instead of the standard 5 or 6. Additionally, all reprised weapons for the episode will be available at launch, while all the second half of episodic weapons will be when Act 2 launches. Okay, so Act 2 is getting squeezed down. I guarantee we're going to get some sort of like Into the Light style update at the end of this episode to be the ramp up content drop before Frontiers. And so that's why I'm almost certain, because of this squeeze, they're making room for that. All right, now our goal is to tell a satisfying and exciting story that both serves as an epilogue to the Lion Darkness saga that helps pave the way for what's to come when Codename Frontiers launches later this year. Okay? Look, man, I don't like time gate stuff. It almost seems like they're going back to, with them squeezing the act duration, it's like they're essentially now we're turning this into a season. Instead of a 4-month, we're turning into potentially a 3-month. We do know that Pantheon in some way is going to be coming back. Don't know what else is going to come alongside it, but I wouldn't be surprised if like the final 30 days of this episode is going to be packed full of stuff to be that ramp up going into Frontiers. I'm also, I'm curious if the pacing there, if it's a combination of wanting to get players to continue playing over a given episode. I'm sure that has a big, or that's a big reason for that. I also wonder if it's just the cadence in general. I don't know. I liked being able to jump in and knock it all out in one day. At the same, I don't know, man. It's kind of an L. Yeah, it's kind of an L. because the only W with this is that by the time Act 2 and Act 3s would roll around, because there was such a huge gap between me experiencing the story previously, I would have to go watch a recap video of what the hell happened in the previous act, because we would have like 4 or 5 weeks of downtime between the acts. And if you did it all day one, dude, sometimes I completely forgot what the hell this season was even about. We need more doing the story. Yeah, and here's the thing. That's the other thing too. If you're gonna have us come back each week and it's gonna be like something that's going to continue the story, it can't just be like, all right, here you go do the activity again. All right, now go to the holo projector, listen to your 2 to 3 minutes of dialogue. Come on, man. It needs to be girthier than that. It needs to be more. You want us to come back to week? It's got to be more than that. All right, weapons and armor updates for Heresy. Now, the longest topic of the SWID, the weapons and armor preview with all the magnificent buffs and necessary nerfs, as well as interesting reworks that are coming when Heresy launches. We're going to make a coffee pot and leave the room to the amazing Destiny 2 Sandbox team, so be right back. Exotic armor. Hunter. Sealed Ahamkar Grass. Sealed Ahamkar Grass has struggled on Hunter due to the large array of alternate reload options that Hunters already had access to. We reworked its behavior to have a bit more exotic flair in terms of playstyle. Okay. Reworked with a weapon swapping focus to differentiate it from other Hunter reload exotics. Perk description now reads as follows. Power, melee, and finisher final blows grant nightmare fuel, increasing handling and airborne effectiveness. While active, freshly drawn weapons deal additional damage and grant nightmare fuel on final blows. Gaining nightmare fuel reloads all holstered weapons. So power, melee, and finisher final blows grants you the fuel. And then while active, freshly drawn weapons deal additional damage and grant nightmare fuel on final blows. I mean, it really just comes down to how much of a buff that is. And also it reloads all holster weapons. Still never going to get used. I mean, really just comes down to the numbers, guys. Comes down to the numbers. Oh, man. Guizen Vest. With the recent roaming super changes, we decided to give this exotic a bit of a tuning to let it shine in this role, as well as giving some utility outside of the super. Now progresses its super returns on super hits, as well as kills before becoming invisible. Improve the maximum possible super energy gains per return, while also increasing the amount of progress needed for maximum gains. Now also emits a cloud of weakening smoke when you exit invisibility while nearby an enemy. Works both in neutral and while in a super. All right, listen, here's the thing, man. We'll give it a go, but let's just be real. Spectral Blaze his ass, right? I'll try. We'll try. We'll try. Yet again, this will be like the third buff that's hitting Spectral here. All right, Renewal Grass. Now that Frost Armor is settled in the sandbox, we feel that Renewal Grass can safely be more generous in granting it. Double the rate of Frost Armor gain while in the enhanced Dustfill Grenade. Very nice. Foe Tracer. While Foe Tracer offers an excellent way to increase one's damage, we found that the benefit is too brief when compared to other alternatives. It is way too brief. Increase the bonus weapon duration from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. Thank God. I like Foe Tracer, man. It should have a duration that long. At least 15 seconds. Radiant Dance Machines. Radiant Dance Machines has been reworked to allow the multiple dodge charges that it grants to count as real dodges for the purpose of perks and aspects. The trigger mechanism for granting extra dodges requires more effort to compensate for that, but the overall change is a large increase in strength utility. We've also added some flat benefits to primary weapons that are a real game changer for players who prioritize the gun feel and performance when mobile. So improve airborne effectiveness and hipfire mobility, range, and accuracy for primary ammo weapons. Look at that, hipfire mobility. What? Multi-kills with primary ammo weapons refund dodge energy. When dodge energy is full, multi-kills grant extra charges. Powerful commands and guardians count as more than one kill. Interesting. All right. I mean, there's so many weapons we can combine this with, right? You may get to a point where you just never run out of your dodge. You know what I mean? Oh my God, dude. Huckleberry, Kvostov, tons of weapons. Tons of weapons, dude. This is the exotic class item here. Spirit of Galanor, with the ability to regenerate a roamer more quickly than ever. It was quite easy to end up chaining roaming supers back to back and effectively never need to rely on your weapons during activities. So to combat this, we are reducing the capability a little on the armor side, specifically for Silk Strike and Golden Gun. So reduce the maximum amount of energy refunded for Silk Strike and Golden Gun to 30%, down from 50%. Okay. And then also for the exotic class item, Spirit of Foe Tracer. Spirit of Foe Tracer has inherited the changes made to Foe Tracer naturally. 15 seconds versus the 10. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, Spirit of Galanor is getting a nerf. I mean, it's probably my most used on the exotic class item for sure. But all right, Titan, Sign Ramparts. Sign ramparts was last adjusted to account for its problematic dominance in PvP, but that came at the cost of its value across the game. In the current sandbox, we found that many of its downsides can be removed safely in PvE, even with a small buff that gives it in PvP, without introducing those toxic play patterns. So we removed several downsides applied by Assault Barricade to bring it in line with base towering barricade behavior. Cumulatively, these changes result in a towering barricade you could shoot through with no other downsides while Silence is equipped. In PvE, see below. So increase barricade health from 400 to 500, no longer increases barricade cooldown, no longer decreases barricade duration. Further increase damage dealt to sign barricades by Guardians from 125 to 160% to account for that health. And this results in near identical effect of barricade health in PvP, 2.5% less after these changes. Dude, who is using signs in PvE? Does anyone use signs in PvE? Me, I do. I mean, that's fine. I mean, giving it a somewhat of a buff. I'm just surprised. I don't use it in PvE, but to each their own, man. All right, Eternal Warrior. We want Eternal Warrior to be an appealing option in both PvP and PvE for players interested in building into Fist of Havoc. We're giving it increased super duration on Final Blows, a nostalgic effect for longtime players that thematically align with this exotic. Final Blows with Fist of Havoc now grant extended super duration. Okay. Amongst its already other benefits, right? Ursa Furiosa. Our recent changes to Ursa Furiosa to integrate it with the Unbreakable aspect have yet to encourage significant use. So we want to lean further into supporting Unbreakable by changing the energy returned by blocking with Unbreakable to be grenade energy. So blocking damage with Unbreakable now returns grenade energy instead of super energy. Grenade energy is returned at the end of Unbreakable and is scaled based on the amount of damage you block with it. Interesting. I'm assuming that's going to probably apply to the class item. I don't know, man. It just depends how much energy you get back. I mean, if you could do back-to-back grenades, that'd be pretty good. Might be kind of busted. Capri's Horn. Capri's Horn is getting a glow up. It will still cause your barricade to emit waves of damaging solar energy, but with this update, they have been significantly enhanced. Now sends out 3 waves of flame instead of just 1. These waves no longer return toward the barricade. They only travel outwards once. Tracking on the waves has been enhanced. Combatant damaged by these waves are enveloped in a sunspot. Players are enveloped if they are defeated. Now it requires a solar super to be equipped to create the flame waves from the barricade. Okay, so it's a double whammy for sure. But right there, hold on. They're enveloped in a sunspot, and then players are enveloped if they are defeated. Okay, I don't know, man. Like, so right here, it says the tracking and the waves have been enhanced. But to counter this, it only travels outwards once. So I'm wondering, like, how much damage it does. Yeah, it's a combination of a pullback and a buff. But again, this is going to require us to test. An insurmountable Skullfort. As difficulty goes up, Skullfort can feel overly punishing when you fail to land the final blow its perk demands. To alleviate this issue, we are extending its effect to grant partial refunds from any melee attack to help rebuild that crucial momentum. Now grants energy to arc melee abilities when hitting targets with a melee attack. Amount granted varies based on the melee use. From most to least energy granted, power melees, non-glaive unpowered melees while knockout is active, and unpowered melees including glaives. Okay? Given what we've already seen with the new arc aspects and stuff, and the arc kit that we're going to be getting next episode, Insurmountable is going to be nuts, dude. It's going to be nuts, man. It really is going to be meta. We actually have like 3 builds we're going to be putting out here soon that are going to be arc builds. If you're a fan of arc, we'll be putting that out probably in the next week, but it's arc builds that we think are going to just pop the hell off. Stoicism, Spirit of the Bear. It inherited the same change as Ursa Furiosa. Spirit of the Horn. Spirit of the Horn has inherited the changes made to Capri's Horn on Thruster. Spirit of the Horn will now emit 4 waves in the next pattern. What? Hold on. The hell is that? It's so random. You know, I mean, does that mean the spirit version is better? I guess it'd be good if you're like, yeah, okay. So like if you're like surrounded, immediately thrust, and then boom, you hit everything. Because it's just thrusting is just immediate. I know. It's just thruster, but still. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Might be good. I don't know. All right, Warlock, Storm Dancer's Brace. Much like Spirit of Galanor, we wanted to tune back how much return energy was given for roaming supers via exotics. To compensate, we wanted to give Storm Dancer's Brace a little love, and the potency granted the Storm Dance while you are in super. So double the damage benefit per stack of Ascending Amplitude up to 20% per stack from 10%. Now also reduces the cost of Ionic Blink during super by 50%. Reduce the max amount of energy refunded to 30%, down from 50%. All right, so you're getting more damage, but less super energy back. Okay. That's going to be I mean, think about it. That's per stack, guys. I mean, you're doing double. You're going to be doing double the damage. I'll take it. I got to get 20% more. I get the 30% back. That's fine. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Hands on. Whatever. Just like Cross doesn't like this TWAB. What do you want me to be? Oh, my God. Oh, my my God! Warlock's got a buff! Geomax stabilizers. Part of the charm of Geomax stabilizers was lost when sprinting to get super was removed due to PvP issues. With the introduction of Bolt Charge to the Art Kit, there was an opportunity to bring this experience back without breaking PvP. Added a new perk. Sprinting while near max Bolt Charge will top it off. Oh my lord. Starts at 6 stacks of Bolt Charge. Re-enable VFX where the boost spark while sprinting near max Bolt Charge. Increase super energy gain from Ionic Traces to 7% from 2%. What? My God. Dude, that's gonna be nuts. I already feel like I get my super back really fast anyways with Ionic Traces. Hot damn. Better break out Cold Heart. Gonna cook, dude. Geomax is the play, man. All right, Seeking Filaments and Spirit of the Filaments. Ever since anti-champion capabilities were expanded to work with elemental verbs inherently, Seeking Filaments have felt like an exotic lost to the flow of time. Giving it a satisfying loot felt like a nice way to give the perk some love for both the base exotic and the spirit counterpart. Now it gives class ability energy per kill while Devour is active, which is pretty much at all times. All right, well, I mean, that means you just literally just sitting there perpetually forever. Just keep popping a rift sound over and over. And then even outside of it, you can keep Devour up. Speaker Sight paired with Ember of Benevolence allowed Warlocks to earn a massive amount of ability energy via the healing turrets, even if they and their fire team were at full health. Speaker's Sight impact should be rooted in the actual healing of injured guardians. So we are making a change to how the healing turret selects its target. So healing turret no longer targets allies at full health. Allies need some damage done to their shields to be eligible targets. There we go, baby. There we go. Honestly, I think you're gonna be fine. Like, look, hold on. It is a nerf. It is a nerf. Right. Warlocks right now that have no thumbs, they're like, what do I do? What do I do now? Without by healing turret, my job, my one and only job is gone. Listen, in harder content, when you're taking damage very, very often, you'll be just fine, man. I honestly feel like you'll get Speaker Sight and Ember Benevolence to proc just as often. You'll be fine. You know what I mean? Just play harder content. Obviously, you're playing high level content. That's not gonna be as useful. No free orbs. That's the main thing. Yeah. Now, Verity's Brow and Spirit of the Verity. The Death Throws buff is quite potent, but it's easy to let it run out and lose all your grenade benefit. We have updated this exotic to bring it in line with how the similar Titan exotic Worm God Caress works. Stacks of Death Throws are now represented by a meter that decays backwards through each tier rather than falling off entirely. Then when the duration elapses. So again, just like Worm God Caress, which is really, really good, because what that means is like most of the time you're at 3 stacks, right? You work your way up to 4 and 5. You got that slow drain, but it allows for way more ease of use. Now uses a meter to track death throws, new duration per tier, 8 seconds on the first, 7 seconds, 6, so it does a countdown, right? And then 5 only lasts for 4 seconds. Now, when one tier's duration elapses, the buff will downgrade to the next lower tier rather than expiring entirely. So again, it's not, you don't lose the entire buff. It drops to 4, 3, 2, right? Under that same duration. Now, bonus grenade recharge per tier times 1.5% per second. Oh, wow. 1% at times 2, all the way up to 2.5% per second at times 5. Okay. Damn. All right. That's nice. I mean, look. Obviously, you're gonna need you'll be utilizing other things, Kickstart or whatever else, right, to top you off. But that's still very, very nice. 2.5% per second. Just take all that into account. I mean, maintaining times 5 won't be that difficult. And you've got it on the exotic class item. All right, exotic class item shared perks. Spirit of Verity. Spirit of Verity. The above changes extend to the exotic class item version as well. On top of this, we are also giving some more of the base exotic to the Spirit of version to help players build into grenades on Prismatic. So gain bonus grenade recharge rate, but provides 50% of the base Verity Brow's exotic. Gain bonus grenade recharge rate, but provides 50% of the base Verity's Brow's exotic. Like in terms of damage? Like 50% in terms of damage and recharge rates? Look at the tweets. What do you want me to be? Oh my God. Oh my God. Warlock's got a buff. God damn it, dude. Oh my God. That's gonna get clipped out of context. You know that? People are gonna be like, see, he is a Warlock main. Spirit now grants you recharge rate like normal Verities, but half the amount. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, weapons. Global. Aim assists. Destiny's various aim systems are a foundational part of what makes Destiny's guns feel like they do, but they do not come without some edge cases. When using the controller input, we've taken a stab at trying to solve an issue where a quickly moving target crossing your vision could pull your aim off your previous target by introducing a timed based component. We now weight aim assist against targets you've aimed at for a short time more strongly compared to brand new targets when a new target is introduced by crossing your reticle. We understand that this is a potentially wide-reaching change, but have thus far been satisfied with the results in our playtest. Controller players, please let us know if you encounter any issues as a result of this change. Aiming at a target for a short time will prevent another target moving very quickly across your reticle from dragging your aim off, controller only. Now that's some next level shit right there. You hear me? That's some next level shit. Oh, Bungie be coming out doing stuff for controller players all the time. You hear? All right, so look, what that means, like, you're aiming at somebody, right? You're in the duel, and then some dude runs across the screen and your aim gets yoinked. Now, as a PC player on mouse and keyboard, this is perfect for us. I love this. I see you. You're looking at me, and then your aim jerks just slightly. And that gives me the opening that I need to 3-tap that ass. However, what's supposed to happen now is your reticle won't be dragged. And now you'll be able to maintain your dueling with me, which means that the duel will come down to gun skill and timing and pacing of shots. Come on, no recoil for PC players, plus the movement isn't even close. Look, I don't want to hear this. We can get into this debate all day long, man. Let me just say, I could take a toddler, put him on a controller, all right? Put him inside of Destiny with the last word, and that child will climb the ranks of comp, make it to Ascendant by tomorrow afternoon. Don't talk to me about your unfair world on controller, okay? Weapon archetypes and subfamilies. PvE damage tuning. We've tuned up some low-performing weapon families in PvE to bring the competition a bit closer together when you're selecting weapons to use. These changes should help a number of archetypes that have been in need of some love for a while. So Scout Rifles, 15% versus minors, wow. 30% versus majors. Auto Rifles, 10% versus minors and majors. SMGs, 5% versus minors. Additionally, in 8.1.5.3, we increased the base magazine size by 10 to 15%. It's really nice. Hit every SMG in the game, man. Trace Rifles, 20% versus minors. Linear Fusion Rifle, 10% versus all combatants. Wow, even bosses? Okay, interesting. I'm assuming that's bosses too. I mean, it's all combatants. This is why Bombad left. You're not lying, dude. I disrespected controller players one day, guys, and that's really what happened. I heard the controller slam on the fucking desk, and then that was it. He hit the uninstall button. Bombad has yet to play with me since. I'm sorry, Bombad. I didn't mean it, man. The Cold Hard meta just got more real. I mean, 20% more against minors. I mean, that's pretty nice. I mean, I like doing more damage against minors, but I feel like we just call it red bars Bungie at this point. You know what I'm saying? I just like it whenever it has more damage against majors too. Especially, you know, you get into in-game content, right? Glaives. Glaives have historically been a niche weapon type that has found it hard to break into mainstream usage. In this update, we are applying a sweeping buff to many of the Glaives' baseline stats and behaviors to remove some of their unwieldiness and make them more attractive and easy to use option. With these changes, the intent is that Glaives become more agile and need to reload less often, are effective at longer ranges and more forgiving, and are more impactful when completing their full melee combo. Significantly increase aim assist, aim magnetism, and damage fall off ranges across the board for all Glaives. Improve Glaive projectile hit registration, increase the baseline effects at all stat values for handling speeds, including shield ready speed and draw and stow speed, mag size, projectile speed, and reload speed. Hot damn it, we're about to be in the Glaive meta. Let me just say this. You think that guy running around with a shotgun is annoying inside of PvP? Go against a good Glaive user. Most annoying shit ever, dude. Guy swoops in, fucking pokes you to death, turns around, hits you with a projectile that pretty much takes away 3/4 of your health, making you easy clean up. I hate going up against a good Glaive user. Now, finally, the melee combo deals double damage. This hit also inflicts more flinch on PvE combatants. Wait, why? If it's the final hit, what is... So the game registers as the final hit? You're poking, and then it's like... If it's like there's 20% more health, but it registers that could be the final hit under the double damage scenario. Then it doubles it. Final hit of the 3-hit combo. The poke slap. Okay. And it does double damage every time. Oh my God. So it's not, oh my Lord, that's disgusting. Holy shit. And that's every Glaive? You got to stop block canceling to do the combo? Get the fuck out of here. You still able to do it, right? No. Really? If you block cancel, you still perform the combo. We'll figure out a workaround for this. This is going to be huge for the 3 people using Glaives. Les, I don't want to hear this. Remember that time you talked all that shit about Winter Bite, and then it turned out it did a shit ton of damage? Block combo is only the 1-2-1-2. We'll figure out a way around it. All right, aggressive frame fusion rifles. Only one. Oh my God, this is the worst archetype of weapon in the game. Let's see what they say about this. Only one aggressive frame fusion rifle exists within the game to date. Legendary. Coriolis Force, issued back in Beyond Light. We like to give the subfamily a bit more love to try to sell its unique charge spread shot gameplay with a complete rework. The original fired its pellets all at once, so its recoil felt shotgun-like. With the rework, we wanted to stay true to the fusion rifle performance of controlling your recoil over the burst. So we converted it to fire multiple bursts of pellets. These shots suffer from damage fall off much less than the conventional fusions to compensate for the widespread angle and let the players fire into packs of PvE enemies and still score multiple kills. Don't worry, you won't have to get Coriolis Force on Europa. If you want to try these changes out, a new reworked aggressive frames with the new perk pools are coming in this episode. All right, so hold on. Aggressive frame fusion rifles now fire 3 bursts of 4 pellets in increasingly widespread. Oh my God, there's pocket infinity. Increased minimum damage when fully outside of the damage fall off range from 45 to 65%. Increased range fall off start by 4 meters relative to normal fusion rifles. Increased range fall off end by 3 meters relative to other fusions. Increased damage versus minors and majors by 50% relative to normal fusions. Okay. I mean, dude, maybe it's good. I think the main thing is you're going to have like good ad clearing potential, right? Because you have the ability to spread out the bursts. My slime waste under pressure Coriolis is about to eat really good. I still don't think it's going to be good in PvP. So like a legendary Bastion, right? But horizontal. It's a horizontal spread, which made it previously bad. But if there's a way to manage the bursts into different groups of enemies, it'd be good. No, dude, it's not going to be good in PvP. I guarantee you this is still going to be terrible in PvP. I will lick someone's ass. I will lick DMG's ass if aggressive frame fusion rifles are meta in PvP. They ain't no way, man. They are terrible. And this change is only going to make it worse. It's only going to make it worse. Because now it's burst fire. Now it's burst fire. So now you're going to have to wait for it to fully get out. Also, how is this going to affect the exotic? Delicate Tomb? Actually, I don't even know. I don't know if it will. All right, support frame auto rifles. We like to support more support frame auto rifles in the future. Currently, their range stat is not especially desirable because of their unique projectile properties, so we took the opportunity to make range directly affect its healing performance by adjusting how far away the weapon can lock on to heal an ally. No hesitation remains close to its original behavior with this change. With its base stats, this change primarily affects perks and mods applied to no hesitation and opens more space for future support frames to differentiate themselves. So range now increases how far away you can heal another guardian. Okay. I mean, that's nice, I suppose. Now, rocket-assisted frame sidearms. Rocket-assisted frame sidearms shipped particularly potent, while also being easy to use. We reduced the reserves for these in Revenant to bring their uptime a bit closer to other special weapons, and with these changes, we are moving these into a more defined niche, keeping them potent within that niche, but being a bit less universally useful in all situations. With these changes, they should remain a viable, ammo-efficient option for clearing minor, major, and champion tier targets with direct hits without also being great at killing everything nearby the primary target. So reduce PvE detonation by 5%. That's a lot. Increase PvE impact. Oh, okay, all right, that's fine. Detonation damage got nerfed, but increased PvE impact damage by 100%. Wait, that's the smaller of the two numbers though, right? How much of a buff that really is. You know what I mean? Reduce aim assist fall off a maximum distance by 8 meters. Reduce magnetism fall off a maximum distance by 8 meters. Reduce damage by 30% versus bosses, vehicles, and mini-boss targets. Buried Bloodline's body shot damage is unaffected. Critical hit damage is buffed by 8%. Oh, wow. Buried Bloodline just got a hell of a buff. Wait, Buried Bloodline's getting all of these changes, right? Well, Buried Bloodline already does. Like, it's always going to be impact damage for that one. So it's not relying on the detonation damage. I don't know. We have to take a look at Buried. I think Buried Bloodline is just going to hit a hell of a lot harder all around the board. All right, the range stat was vestigial to the weapon subfamily, so we removed it. Range mass versus enhanced intrinsic will be replaced with something more appropriate. Yeah, what the f did range do on these weapons? Nothing, right? Please stop using rocket sidearms. We notice you're having fun, Bungie. Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm just reading this. I personally think this is going to be an all-around nerf. Even though it says impact damage by 100%, I do think that's the smaller of the two numbers, right? This right here, reduced damage by 30% versus bosses, vehicle, and mini-boss targets. You know, you can make a case. It's like, you know, how many, you know, you're still going to be doing enough damage to minors and majors, right? I don't know. We have to see, man. We'll have to see. I do think the clear winner out of all of this will be Buried Bloodline. It's not bad. You just can't do a ton of AoE damage. You can't melt bosses. It's fine stun Man, you, my man. You, my man. You see these patch notes. You don't see the fucking around the corner. Oh, my naive little guardian. How I used to be like you. Right now, you are lubed up. You don't even know it. Exotic weapons. Lawrence Driver. Lawrence Driver was once a terror in the Crucible and has since caught a number of changes to its efficacy. Since then, it has struggled to compete in most activity types. We made a few changes that reward you for playing its bounty game successfully and keeping it going into further encounters. So picking up a bounty tag now grants 1 ammo to the mag. Triggering the I used to say this word. I used to be able to say it. Hold on, it's been a long time, dude. Lawrence Driver hasn't been meta in a long time.
Lagrangian.
That ain't right. Who the fuck?
Lagrangian.
That ain't right.
Lagrangian.
Dude, none of these are right. Why are they saying it like that?
Lagrangian.
Ah, there we go. That's the right one. Triggering Lagrangian sight by picking up a bounty tags adds 6 ammo to the mag. Dude, what are we doing here with the numbers? The first time you trigger it, returns to adding 1 ammo per tag on extension while the buff remains active. What? When you trigger it, adds 6. When you pick up a bounty tag, it adds 6 ammo to the mag. Pretty good. That's free ammo. Dude, no lie. We did the damage tests with Lawrence Driver. Actually puts out a lot of damage. And keep in mind, the 10% linear fusion rifle buff, that's going to affect Lawrence. All right, Delicate Tomb. We made a few adjustments to Delicate Tomb to help get it into its Tempest Cascade loop a bit more predictably and give it significantly more punch while buff. Increases the chance to make an Ionic Trace from minor combatants from 4% to 10%. Okay, increases the PvE damage bonus on Tempest Cascade shot from 30 to 100%. Remove the timer from Tempest Cascade. It lasts until fired. Good God. Watch you literally saying, hey, just use this weapon all next season. By the way, Delicate Tomb is really good. No lie, it's really, really like back when Arc 3.0 was hitting and Arc was like at the height of like Season of the Plunder. That was my most used weapon that season. Yeah, I mean, just saying, just even like right now in its current state, it's very, very good. Now it's just going to be nuts. All right, Darcy. Darcy has long struggled to compete with its exotic brethren. So we're taking a stab at building a niche for it in a fire team the way Gallahorn and Urgosum have found for the respective weapon types. This new catalyst should give you an edge up in encounters where snipers may not previously have been viable. So added a new catalyst perk, Networked Targeting. Hits with personal assistant active, grants you and nearby allies improved overall weapon performance and precision damage with non-exotic sniper rifles. Improves recoil, flinch, target acquisition, handling, and precision damage. Stacks up to 5 times. Darcy also gets this buff itself. Darcy user also gets a plus 15% damage after granting 5 stacks to a teammate. Okay, so it's gonna be like the Gallahorn for sniper rifles. Literally, G-Horn sniper. Might be good, man. The question is who's using snipers? I mean, look, I use snipers. Let me take that back, man. I mean, it's like Supremacy and stuff like that. Rapid fires. I use them. I would take advantage of this. Yeah, dude, Darcy Supremacy spam. No, see, right there. Cloud Strike meta, calm yourself. Hold up. Let us look at the fine print together, my friend. Non-exotic sniper rifles. There you go. All right, Edge of Action, Edge of Concurrence, and Edge of Intent. The class exotic glaze have felt a bit clunky since their addition to the game. We made some changes here along with the global changes to glaze that we help will smooth out over the gameplay loops on each of these, as well as add additional neutral game value outside of the special shots. All right, so all exotic glaive. Special shot is no longer tied to glaive energy, now triggered on 6 weapon hits to allow the special reload, increments of both shots and melee hits. Edge of Concurrence, effects of jolting feedback trait added to the intrinsic perk. Edge of Action, effect of destabilizing rounds trait added to the intrinsic perk. Edge of Intent, effect of incandescent trait added to the intrinsic perk. Added Cure Pulse to special shot impact. Healing turret no longer targets allies at full health. Allies need some damage done to their shields to be eligible targets. Wait, hold on. Effects of jolting feedback trait added to the intrinsic perk. Doesn't it already do all that? Or is it just adding the tooltip there? But didn't it already dip into the verbs? It doesn't jolt? Stop trying to make glaives happen. Hey, look, man, we did a build battle with Edge of Concurrence. Hunters, y'all are missing out, man. Seriously. Like, dude, I'm not a hunter main, so it don't make me a damn. But you guys really, with the Hunter Exotic that boosts glaive damage and Edge of Concurrence, it's one of the best builds I've ever used. It jolts currently, but it doesn't say it does. I thought so. I could have swore it did. They're just updating the intrinsic perk to state. Man's capping. Brother, what are you talking about? We soloed all 50 waves of Onslaught. The hardest version of Onslaught before the launch of the Final Shape with Edge of Concurrence and Try and Vice. It's that good. Yeah, buddy. Okay. You guys were fucking here. What the hell do you mean? I'm not lying about it. The build was nuts. All right, Centrifuge. Centrifuge's perks that reloads the magazine while sprinting encourages pivoting and repositioning. But as it stands, the magazine is just a tad restrictive and sometimes feels burdensome in PvE. We've increased the magazine size to increase the potency of this perk and lets you keep the weapon's accumulated charge for longer before needing to reload. So increase the mag size to 45. What is it now? Chat, isn't it like 30 something? Like 36? 38? Okay. All right, Dead Messenger, Hardline, and Borealis. We're revisiting the exotic perk, the fundamentals, to modernize it a bit. Elemental keywords such as Restoration and Volatile become a part of Destiny 2's modern fundamentals. The stat bonus based on current elements has been removed in favor of a damage bonus when you apply or receive an elemental keyword matching the current element. We're also giving a small stat bump to Borealis since some high-skill PvP players have taken a liking to its current stat offerings. So the fundamentals, new effect, grants a 30% damage buff, 10% in PvP, to this weapon for 10 seconds when you apply and receive an elemental keyword that matches the currently selected damage type of this weapon. Removed effect no longer grants different stats based on the current elements. Hold up. Grants a 30% damage buff, 10% in PvP, to the weapon for 10 seconds when you apply or receive an elemental keyword that matches the currently selected damage type of this weapon. So, okay, let me understand this correctly. If I'm rocking Hard Light, I'm on Hunter, okay? I swap it to Solar, and I proc Radiant. Am I going to get the 10% buff and the 15% buff? Or Restoration? That's kind of wild. The main thing is you don't have to do anything. You really don't have to work to get to that. All right, Borealis only. Increase stability by 20 and aim assist by 10 to permanently grant it the Void Elemental bonus that will no longer have access to, since Borealis is a sleeper pick in PvP. This bonus was selected over Arc since there are more ways to gain handling. Okay, I'm a little confused by this. Who needed more stability on Borealis? I don't care. I mean, the aim assist is nice. I'll take the handling all day long. Me? How about you don't miss your fucking shot? You don't have to go for the second one. I want to be able to look. Unless I'm just aiming and just staying in my lane. How about some more handling? Oh, stability reduces flinch, nerd. How much? How much does that actually help? Oh, yeah. Just don't get fucking hit. I don't know what to say, man. I'm just saying I prefer handling. I don't think I've ever had a sniper rifle. Hold up. No, for real. Are you guys really speccing stability on your sniper rifles? You don't even snipe? Brother, I'm gonna snipe. You know what? Right after this, I'm gonna go snipe. You know what? Get an eggplant bet right now. Can we land 3 snipes inside of comp right after this? I'm a snipe right after this. I can see a lot of big talkers, man. Yes, I haven't used a sniper rifle in a long time because I don't have to. I've got fusion rifles. Those are better snipers anyways. 3 snipes. Can we land 3 snipes? You can't snipe? Oh my God. Then let me see some 2s next to that name. I got a lot of doubters here. Let me see the 2s. All right, Telesto. Overall, Telesto is a solid weapon, but it lacks a solid high point in its power fantasy and does not interface with build crafting much. Additionally, the weapon has a unique and dual identity as a weapon associated with the Woken Harbingers in universe and associated with a storied history of Telesto-specific bugs in our community. With that in mind, we gave it a buff that embraces both aspects and tied them together in a single deeply self-referential package. How do you buff Telesto? Make it more Telesto. Oh, this shit's gonna break the game, man. Telesto, Harbinger's Pulse now only refills Telesto's ammo from reserves instead of Telesto in your kinetic slot weapon. Now triggers with any Void Final Blow. Final Blow requirements increase from 2 to 3. However, Telesto Final Blows count double. In other words, will trigger from 2 Telesto Final Blows, 1 Telesto Final Blow plus 1 other Void Final Blow, or 3 other Void Final Blows. Multi-kill timer increased from 2 seconds to 4.5 seconds. Okay, and its catalyst, new perk, Harbinger's Seath. After 3 activations of Harbinger's Pulse, special reload the weapon to cause a rain of Telesto projectiles on your next direct hit. Okay, then that might be nuts. How many are we talking? This is gonna break the game? Yeah. It's a season mod cross. How many is that? Always 7. Okay. Oh, so 7 on top of which, that was really good still. All right, Excalibur. With the buffs last season to void Overshield's effectiveness, it seemed like the weapon could use a few tweaks to take maximum advantage and emphasize the Paladin Protector fantasy with its area Overshield. We made it easier to generate guard energy in PvE when wading through enemies and quicker to apply Overshield to your allies. As weapon made to hunt and kill the Vex, we figured this was also a good opportunity to reinforce this theme as well. So trigger Perpetual Loophole by scoring a melee kill while your Overshield is active, now also refills your glaive energy to full. Slightly increased Void Overshield trickle-on rate to nearby allies and yourself when guarding. Increase the potency of Excalibur's secret innate advantages against the Vex. Excalibur's secret damage bonus when striking with its projectile against a certain enemy faction has been increased from 10% to 25% to match the Wishender and Malfeasance. Excalibur now briefly disorients non-boss Vex with its melee attack. That's actually really nice right here. Hold on, the disorient effect? Pretty good, dude. Pretty good. I mean, you disorient, they can't even hit you back. I like Excalibur, man. I mainly only use it in PvP, but I like it. Warcliffe Coil. Warcliffe Coil is a classic weapon that is easy to use but lacks a niche and a lot of content. We wanted to double down on the Matic Chaos with a tie-in with the new art keyword Bolt Charge, which Warcliffe Coil will grant stacks of to all nearby allies when fired. This change should appeal to players who want to bring more firepower to their team without needing a game plan more complex than stand near allies, look at enemies, pull trigger. So new intrinsic effect grants 1 stack of bolt charge to all nearby allies for every 2 rockets fired, 4 stacks per trigger pull. Oh, wow. How many stacks do we need for a discharge? Need 10 for the discharge? Okay. The main thing is with it having bolt charge, there's a lot of benefits that we can stack there with the changes coming to Titan, you know what I mean? All right, now Queenbreaker. One of the most requested features for this weapon was to be able to special reload to swap between the scopes while in game. We've added that functionality along with some other changes to make each scope firing mode feel unique. So players can special reload at any time to swap between scopes. Marksman sight retains the previous behavior of firing a single shot that changes nearby targets and blinds them. The range of the chain has increased from 8 meters to 10 meters to make chaining easier. Combat Sights now alters the weapon to fire a 3-round burst at a charge time of 533. Sustained damage on a target decreases the charge time of the weapon down to 300 charge time with no loss to damage. Useful for quickly dealing damage to bosses or other high-health targets. The scope that you select in the inspected screen will determine which scope is active by default when spawning into an activity. Oh man. So you can special reload at any time to swap, but it's the Combat Sight here where it alters the weapon to a 3-round burst mode, so base 533, but sustained damage will drop that down to 300. Dude, we might be in a Queenbreaker meta. This is on top of the linear damage buff. It may be, hey, we're doing a GM and we're about to take on a boss, pull out your Queenbreaker. Now the colony. The previous changes to the colony did some interesting things, but it still ends up losing out to other grenade launchers due to its base gameplay and proximity detonation behavior. We made a change that pushed this closer to other GLs and damage. So increased detonation damage by 40%. This puts its damage per shot a little above legendary drum grenade launchers. Increased number of bots spawned by 1 for all enemy tiers except players. So players 1, minors 1 to now 2, elites 2 to 3, champion mini bosses 5 to 6. Yeah, that's pretty nice, right? Really nice on the minor front here. 1 to 2. All right, Quicksilver Storm. Man, this weapon has been power crept, right? The previous changes to this weapon were a little too much, so we rolled those back some. Reduce shots required to trigger a rocket by 17%. Okay. The Legend of Accuracy. Accuracy has long been a viable but particularly niche pick. With shotgun changes doing well in the last release, we wanted to give this a bit of love in that same thing. So reduce spread angle by 33%, increase maximum projectile range from 12 to 18 meters. Good God. Accuracy is going to be doing work, man. In PvP, hot damn. All right, the Fourth Horseman. Fourth Horseman has been a particularly niche weapon. We made some changes to help it excel at its mag dump weapon fantasy. Reduce the rate of fire slightly to give more control over wasting shots. Loads ammo from reserves to the magazine per kill. Lord of Wolves. Lord of Wolves has had a storied history of terrorizing multiple parts of the game and has caught a number of nerfs because of it over the years. With the release and success of Choir of One, we've taken a similar approach to redesigning this iconic weapon. Increase range, reduce base damage, remove accuracy penalties from standard fire mode. Release the Wolves now triggers on hip fire instead of special reload. Wait, really? Fires full auto, greatly increases damage and rate of fire, reduce accuracy and range. Catalyst, reload speed and stability boosts are now built in. Okay, when Release the Wolves is active, dealing damage to targets scorches them. What the hell? When aiming down sights, defeating targets spreads scorch to nearby combatants. So there's going to be a gameplay loop here to go in and out of aiming down sights and firing from the hip. And now we got to play to actually loop this into our solar subclasses. All right, now Cloud Strike. Since Bolt Charge is about creating a devastating lightning bolt, it seemed appropriate to interweave that with Cloud Strike's gameplay loop. For Bolt Charge, abilities are the only way to discharge max stacks unless you're behind a Striker Storm keeps barricade. These changes allow Cloud Strike to quickly build stacks, which can help bring your melee abilities faster thanks to Bolt Charge, or cash in quickly with an extra Bolt Charge lightning attack when paired with Storm's Key. So add a behavior to Stormbringer's perk, Rapid precision hits create a lightning storm at the point of impact and grants a stack of bolt charge. Added behavior to Mortal Polarity perk. Precision final blows generate a lightning bolt at the target's location and grants a modern amount of bolt charge. All right, so rapid precision hits create a lightning storm at the point of impact and grants a stack of bolt charge. So it's just going to give you more. It's going to give you more. You'll work your way up to getting the multiple stacks, and then you'll get the there's probably going to be overlap where you get double discharge. Now, Thunderlord. Since Cloud Strike was updated with bolt charge, it was only natural to turn our sights on the original lightning creation menace. For Thunderlord, our goal was also to tie into what Thunderlord is already doing and reinforce its gameplay mechanic, which is generate lightning through sustained fire. Similar to Cloud Strike, this means Thunderlord will be great at building stacks and melee ability energy, but will also get an extra kick with bolt charge lightning attack when paired with Storm's Key. So added behavior to Rain Havoc perk. Final blows of this weapon generate lightning strikes from above. Lightning strikes grant a stack of bolt charge and strong against overload champions. All right, LFGers. There you go, fellas. Go crazy. All right, weapon perks. Destabilizing rounds. Destabilizing rounds has been a bit behind its elemental brethren since its initial release. We've given it a bit of love to narrow that gap and add some more value to each trigger. Now grants volatile rounds for 2 seconds if any targets are hit by the volatile burst from the initial final blow. Also reduce the internal cooldown from 4 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Dude, that's huge. That's freaking huge, man. Holy hell. I hope y'all been saving some of your destabilizing round rolls. Full court. Ain't no way, man. With the release and popularity of aerial denial grenade launchers, we've been back and added support for them on this perk. Now scales the detonation burn damage of aerial denial grenade launchers. We got full court on an aerial denial grenade launcher. Oh, they just spoiled. All right, fellas, we're getting an aerial denial grenade launcher with full court. I don't know, it might be good. Be easy to proc. All right, Ambitious Assassin, remove the time requirements of the perk to make it more comparable to Envious Assassin. As this perk requires you to use ammo for the weapon this perk is on. Remove both multi-kills and reload timers. Flash Counter. Flash Counter have both a restrictive input timing and narrow activation condition that made it very difficult to consistently benefit from. Additionally, Flash Counter muddied our elemental rules by applying a weaken and slow off the Void element and Stasis elements. We've opened the activation condition to trigger a blast in front of you while guarding against any damage. Increase the damage of the blast and made it disorient combatants. So we reworked to read, taking damage after guarding amidst a disorienting blast. No longer requires a timed input or melee to trigger. Deals moderate damage in a large cone in front of you, disorienting combatants. So literally, just guarding will create that blast. It will also disorient combatants in a large cone while discharging damage. No lie, might be good, dude. All right, Draw O Coward. Our PvP-focused article sheds some light on Trials, Comp, Iron Banner rewards that you'll be getting with Heresy. So how about we tell you about the weapons coming to our ritual activities? We have a legend with a renewed spark, the remaining element for legendary rocket sidearms, and also a sword that's neither a blade nor from Regis's arsenal. So Nightfall, Lotus Eater, what the Warframe, Void Rocket Assisted Sidearms, third column Strategist, Feeding Frenzy, well-rounded Shoot to Loot, Beacon Rounds, Reconstruction, fourth column, One for All, Redacted, High Ground, Reverberation, Frenzy, Adrenaline Junkie. The Palindrome, oh my god. Arc, Adaptive Hand Cannon, third column, Closing Time, Elemental Capacitor, Explosive Payload, Redacted, Outlaw, and To the Pain, fourth column, Magnificent Howl, Snapshot, Master of Arms, Opening Shot, Redacted, and Desperate Measures. Pally about to be nuts, dude. Pally about to be nuts, man. We don't even know what Redacted is. Just based off of that, though, man, about to be nuts. All right, Vanguard Ops, Cynosure, Strand Aggressive Rocket Launcher. Third column, Reconstructing, Envious Arsenal, Slice, Demolitionist, Field Prep, Tracking Module, Sympathetic Arsenal, Impulse Amplifier, Ambitious Assassin, Discord, Danger Zone, Overflow. Fourth column, Chain Reaction, Explosive Light, Redacted, Bipod, Cluster Bomb, Quick Draw, Lasting Impression, Adrenaline Junkie, Reverberation, Desperate Measures, High Ground, and Hatchling. Discord on a rocket? Dude, hold on. Discord and Hatchling. Or Discord and Bipod. It's going to be a rocket ad clear. All right, Gambit, Backfang, Arc, Rapid Fire Glaive. Third column, Impulse Amplifier, Beacon Rounds, Redacted, Grave Robber, Movable Object, Tilting at Windmills, Shot Swap, Steady Hands, Replenishing Aegis, Field Prep, Lead from Gold and Mulligan. Fourth column, Redacted, Volt Shot, Swashbuckler, Surround, Unrelenting, Wellspring, Vorpal Weapon. Cyber Force, Close to Melee, Desperate Measures, Adagio, and Adrenaline Junkie. All right. Beacon Rounds. Wow. That's interesting. Crucible, Jox's Longsword, Void Heavy Burst, Pulse Rifle, third column. Closing Time, Demolitionist, Dragonfly, Killing Wind, Gutshot Straight, Lone Wolf, Pugilist, Align Action, Rewind Rounds, Repulsive Brace, Strategist, Shoot to Loot. Fourth column, Adrenaline Junkie, Desperado, Desperate Measures, Destabilizing Rounds, which just got a hell of a buff. Withering Gaze, Headseeker, High Impact, Reserves, Under Pressure, One for All, Swashbuckler, Redacted in Moment. All right, more weapons leaving soon. To make room for some of these new weapons, others have to leave the pool. We've already told you about some of them, so here are the remaining ones. While you still focus them on their respective vendors, their adept versions won't be available and you won't get them to drop from the activities, so don't miss the opportunity of getting them now. So Nightfall, Undercurrent, goodbye. Last week, January the 28th. Trials of Osiris, The Prophet, goodbye. Iron Man and Reese Walker and Lethal Abundance, goodbye. Lethal Abundance is pretty nice. Yeah, I actually like it. All right, Game to Give 2025 has officially kicked off. The moment we've all been waiting for is here. Game to Give 2025 is live. The Bungie Foundation community is rallying together to shine a light on those in need. 200 of our top creators are teaming up with you, the ever-amazing Lightkeepers, to make a life-changing impact. Head to Tiltifi now to donate or start your fundraiser. I need to get my links all set up. I promise you guys we'll get it done today. But why we give Game to Give? Game to Give showcases the true power of community and the impact of gaming for good. Every dollar raised supports the Bungie Foundation and our mission to improve the well-being of children, uplift underrepresented communities, and provide aid to global communities in times of need. New donation incentives to earn. This year, we've introduced some sweet new rewards that you won't want to miss. The Dark Hero Emblem. That's fine. All right. The Maximum Heart emotes. Oh. Nice, nice, nice. Literally the Game to Give there. Nice. The Game to Give 2025 Sparrow preview. Oh, wow. It looks like some out of Borderlands, man, right? But that's not all. The Emblem Vault is back, giving you a chance to snag some returning fan favorites from past campaigns. There's something for everyone, whether you're a collector or guardian looking to give back. There you go, guys. We'll be live for the Game to Give fundraising when we hit our date. I think it's January the 30th. So, but I'll share it out. We also have a brand new emblem for anyone who raises $500 as a fundraiser during the campaign. Oh, look at that. That's cool. And for those guardians who have been with us from the beginning, the time has finally come to reap the rewards of your generosity. Lifetime donation rewards are here. $250, $777, $1,500. Ah, damn. Good looking emblems, man. Good looking emblems. And keep in mind, guys, these things, this is charity, okay? I don't want you to like, you can, oh, wow. Wow, this shit going to Pete's new garage is for charity. Now, how to get involved supporting Game to Give is easy and impactful. You can donate here. Yep, tune in to your favorite streamers. They're going live. There's a number of them going live, guys. We'll share it at our date, but feel free to jump into any of them. We'll have a post on this more later as well. Make it big. Got your eye on one-of-a-kind ghosts or a signed poster from Bungie Store's 10th anniversary art show. Now is your chance to own a piece of history. You can actually head to Game to Give auction to bid on your favorites. Spread the word and mark your calendars. Good stuff, man. All right, the Los Angeles wildfires. Our hearts are broken as we continue to watch the wildfire devastation inflicted upon Los Angeles. We all know someone who's been impacted, whether it be a colleague, a friend, or a fellow Destiny player. We invite you all to support two incredible nonprofits who are dedicating themselves to meeting both the acute and long-term needs of the LA community, California Fire Foundation, and Direct Relief. In collaboration with Bungie's Eric Littlejohn, Marketing Associate Creative Director, and the Destiny 2 Icons team, we are launching an exclusive shirt and emblem bundle on Game to Give campaign page, available for pre-order today. That looks good, man. That looks really good. Because of the pre-order, we do not yet know the exact profit per order due to variable manufacturing costs. However, we are committing to make a minimum donation of $15 per order, split equally between the two organizations. The bundle will be available for $50, including shirt, emblem, and flat rate shipping worldwide. This bundle will be available for pre-order through Sunday, February the 9th. Shipping details will be shared with all customers once they are available. All right, now strength in numbers. Every donation, every stream watched, and every moment shared makes a difference. So what are you waiting for, Guardians? Let's light up the darkness to show the world what it means to be a Lightkeeper. Our latest Bungie Rewards is here. Barons have been slayed and Guardians have risen and victorious. So how about we commemorate your dominion over Fickrel and his scorn with something extremely cool you can hang on your wall. Introducing our latest Bungie Reward display, now available in the Bungie store. To unlock this offer, you need to claim the Risen and Fallen Triumph by completing the quest for all acts of episode revenants. The displays are pretty cool, man. Hold on. You can get them for like animes. You can get them for like games. I got this one for like Chainsaw Man. They're nice, dude. And they're better. All right, more Skorgan tunes. Okay. New emblem for nothing against these guys. I just, this has been a new emblems for your creations. After a long run with Bell Epoch, and 24 FPS as our Artist of the Week and Movie of the Week emblems, respectively, it's time for something new. When Heresy launches, we will have new emblems for our weekly Art of the Week and Movie of the Week winners. Check them below. Artist of the Week, Prismatic Vaporware. Good God, that looks good. Who the fuck is designing the emblems now, Bungie, man? Just eye candy everywhere. Let's do update 8.1.5.4. With the release of update 8.1.5.4, we have fixed 3 separate issues affecting some triumphs and challenges required to unlock some of the Revenant rewards. Please check the patch notes here. Also, our known issues list, and as a final note. And we are done for today. That was a lot. We have a bit more for next week. So let's not make this a chunk of a twig bigger than needed. Just be ready. Only 12 more days until Heresy. Destiny 2 community team. All right. That is your TWAB, everybody. Live stream next Tuesday. I'll see you then.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.